everybody, I am the MoeChicken. Welcome to my stream. Let's see, what are we doing now? Tonight we're playing Legend of Mana. Why are we playing Legend of Mana? Because I'm continuing to put off my interaction with Shadow the Hedgehog in Sonic 06. Every time I think about it, it's just like, I don't want to play with Shadow. I don't like him very much, so no Shadow. And then I didn't feel like playing Gun Hazard tonight. So we're gonna play Legend of Mana because the other thing is I've just kind of been wanting to play Legend of Mana. We haven't recorded any in a while. Might do that over the weekend, honestly. But yeah, just kind of want to do it. So we're gonna do it. Here we go. Bleh. All right. Yes. Go gang, go. Yeah. I don't know. I think part of it is and I might be able to show you all these later on. I have a little personal project I've been working on where I have been trying to make physical versions of the tempering cards in this game. So like all the little cards that show up when you temper things. I want to make like a deck of those. And so far it's coming along pretty well. I've got several of them made, but it's I guess I'll use this one. It's a slow going process, but it does make me kind of want to play the game. So we're gonna play. And our goal for tonight, I think, is to make a flail. I think I'd like to make a new weapon. I don't think I have a flail, right? Yeah, no flail in here. Okay. I think that might be fun. So we're gonna go out and try and make a flail. The problem is, in order for me to do that, I am gonna have to wander around, and I'm afraid because of this the same file that I'm using for the series. If I run into any sort of like event, I have to stop immediately. So we have to be very careful about running into events, but I think we should be okay otherwise. Let's see, where is my boy Lockjaw? Lockjaw, where you at? There he is. Yep, go there. We're gonna need him to find stuff. I also have my little spreadsheet over here that will tell me where to find things. I'm gonna see if I can find like a monster that drops flails. When did I drop flails? Gigas flail. Spring balls drop Gigas flails and divine flails. Probably not gonna get the divine flail, but I'll try. Where do we find a spring ball? Is there a spring ball in the there might be a spring ball in the Bone Fortress. Let's go there first. We'll walk over there. Bone Fortress. I think there's one. If there's not one here, I know there's one in the Ulcan Mines. But you know, whenever you're trying to do this sort of thing, you want to get the farthest point you can get to and still find the thing. So we'll see. We'll see what we find. Oh, this game is so beautiful. It's always so much fun to play this game. Well made. Fun. All the positives. What? Open mouth. One negative, it's very hard to open his mouth. I don't know why. I always have trouble trying to get into the bone portals. Alright, we're in the hallway of cartilage. Let's see if we can find a spring bell. Oh wait, doggone it, do I need to have the... Do you need to have 3 people to just get in? Oh. Maybe. Can I do it this way? First time you come here with Lark, you have to have 3 people. Okay. Yeah, I thought once you did once, the game kind of just let you in. Alright. Hello. I want to go to the basement. Down we go. Let's see if we can find a spring ball. Oh, I I have a feeling there is one here. I don't even remember where it is, but I just think there is one somewhere here. Alright. I don't know if that's anything particularly interesting. Get some temporary materials out of the slime. Actually, no. I could potentially get the skeleton bone. Be cool if we got some fossils, but I doubt we will. Giant swarm's good. That's useful. What if I have in terms of coins too? I'm probably gonna have to do that too. I've got Orc Halcon? Ooh. It's got ebony wood. I can make an ebony wood thing that is nunchucks. What do you call them? Nunchucks. That's what they're called. The thing that you need to know about anytime you're making any, here I'll show you. Anytime you're making any sort of flail, you always want Mother of Gods, because let's see if it's gonna show it. Oh shoot, no, it's the wrong screen. There, now you can see it. Okay. So the only flail moves you can add are like there are 3 of them. There's Green Princess, Game of Death, and Red Dream, and they're all available on a single weapon. And they all come from one card, the Mother of Gods. So you want Mother of Gods to get plunge attacks. It's the only way you can get plunge attacks, and you get all 3 of them at once. So what do we need to do Mother of Gods, though? Let's see. Cards. Mother of Gods. Mother of Gods, here we go. Shade, Gnome, and Undyne are greater than 1. I think Gnome and Undyne conflict with each other, though, so that might be a bit of a challenge. Anyway. So yeah, we're probably going to have to do a little wrestling for gold and such. The Vertebrae Room. Hello. Open your door. You are not a stranger. You are a man. A strange man. There's a fight here? Looks like there should be a fight in there. I was very saddened the other day because I was, I can't remember. Oh, I was looking up the, I was trying to figure out what a particular card was, because the list of cards that I have, like, to explain a little bit more about what I was doing with that project I talked about earlier, the temporary cards. I couldn't find any sort of high-res versions of the cards, and so what I'm doing instead is I'm sort of like making stylized versions of all of them. So I take like the original image and I kind of break it down into just like 5 to 6 colors and trace it using Illustrator. Ooh, nice. Wait, oh, that's Orhalkin. Okay, that's Orhalkin, the knight, not the material, I think. Right? Yeah, Orhalkin knight. I mean, that's not bad either. We can play with that a little bit if we want to. Grayblade's pretty normal, but yeah. So, unfortunately, the collection of images that I'm using for the cards is it doesn't have any reference to the names of anything. So most of them I'm able to kind of remember just because I've tempered for so many years. This feels like it should have been over here too, but it's like, just because I've played the game for yonks and yonks, there's a lot that I just remember. But there was one that I just couldn't figure out what it was, and so I was looking up. I was trying to look it up online, and I was very saddened to see at least one review that was like, Legend of Mana, a hidden gem that should stay hidden. I was like, oh no, it's a fun game. Why would you say that? I didn't read the article. I have no idea how saved the reviewer's points were. But I was very saddened. I was like, oh, I like this game. I wouldn't say it's bad. It's good. Probably not for everybody, though. It's a very unusual sort of game. It's one of that collection of games that I've encountered many times where it's like, this game is better if you've played it before. It's not great the first time you play it. I mean, oh, I missed? What? Oh, come on, dude. No. Stop Naunching? I was about to say naunching. Stop naunching on my head, sir. I don't appreciate it. I do not appreciate your naunching. Stop this. Stop this, sir. Where am I? Fun fact. Oh. Okay. A weird fun fact I have. Or not fun facts, skills. My skill setup is very strange right now. Raging Fury! This thing just keeps on eating my treasure box over and over. Please stop. Please stop doing that. Nuts! Ah, he's gonna eat chocolate. Boo! I don't know if these enemies ever actually give you experience points. Well, hang on. I can check. I've got that. I've got that guide. Master ability patch. Okay. Do they actually ever give you? No, they only ever give you equipment or chocolate. It's the only things they can give you. Interesting. You open the store? See you later. So I was very happy earlier today, we had a wonderful Windows 98 brutal loose screen. It was not bingo. It was not ready with bingo yet, but it was just kind of like he just kind of pulled out his binder and looked for some things. He was gonna play like I think it was a hidden object game at first, and then like it required like a certain version of like Windows Internet Explorer, like it required Internet Explorer 6 or something. He's like, I don't want to bother with that. I smell like blood. Can I kill somebody? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Yep. See you later. Bye, gigantic skull. Seriously, whose skull was that? Like an ogre or something. Anyway, yeah, so he wound up playing Oregon Trail, and I was lucky enough to be one of the people that... Oh, there's a dragon here. This could be helpful. Dragons are using dragon steak, not that one. Let's try it. Yeah, I got to be one of the lucky ones who went along on the journey, and I am happy to say that I was the first to die. Real proud of that. I died of a snake bite. It was a good time. It was very fun because after that I made a big point of haunting everyone else. I liked haunting the rest of the party afterwards. I feel like Oregon Trail and The Sims. We played The Sims. Sims 1, I think, after that. Go check it out over on MoeChicken. Yeah, just as a general note, Ian's been like killing it with the stream. So many good streams. Highly recommended if you like chill, relax. Except for the indie games ones. Those are a little nerve-wracking, but only the chickens like myself. So I'm surprised that has taken off as much as it has. Like the whole scary indie, like low resolution concept of games. It's, I don't know, it's odd to me as someone who actually, I mean, we're playing a game from the period that those games are emulating. We're playing a PlayStation 1 game right now. And I honestly don't really feel like oftentimes the games do a great job of emulating PlayStation 1 era graphics. It seems like most of the time the idea is just low resolution texturing and really simple polygons. But it never feels like they've actually hit. Like, you can always tell it's an imitation, which, I mean, I guess that's fair. It's made in a much later date, but stop it though. Stop it. Dragon, stop that. Give me something good. He really doesn't have. He doesn't even give you Dragon Sword, which is looking over his He has a Jade Band though. We'll do like 3 more. These guys, he's not that dangerous. Just going through them. Yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to me, again, as someone who lived through that, to be like, oh, well, this is just what old games, or this is just an imitation of PlayStation. It's the same complaint I have about, I remember when Undertale was really huge. I mean, still a beloved game by many. But there was a period of time where it was like the biggest game in like the internet. It was huge, Undertale. And I remember being very vexed by people saying it's like, oh, it's just like Earthbound. I'm like, no, it's not really. It's clearly not just like Earthbound. It's a very different sort of. Well, I mean, it's not a very different sort of game, but it has its own like look and style, and like it kind of looks worse than Earthbound in a lot of ways, I think. Like, I think that's one of the things that vexes me a little bit about these, like, imitations of older games, is that they kind of give a bad name to, like, the quality of games back then. Like, people could make pretty solid games in the 90s, and I worry that at some point it's going to be like, oh, just, you know, low poly, low resolution, and boom, exactly like. It's like, no, because the big difference is back then they were striving to make something impressive with what they had. What you're striving to do is make something unimpressive to create a vibe. And I'm not trying to say that like, games that are like those indie horror games are like, oh, they're terrible, they're not good, whatever. I mean, they're not for me, but there's a blue moth here. I think blue moths only give you powders. I don't know. Just a gripe. Just a gripe from me because I see it as like an affront. Because, you know, I played games of this time period. It's like, they look better than this. But, you know, it is still a really cool idea. Like, it reminds me of how, of like Uninvited for the NES. When I first played Uninvited, the PlayStation 2 was already out. You know, it was not a game I played when I was like a child. And I remember thinking, it's like, oh, this is a horror game for the Nintendo. You know, it's not going to be impressive at all. And there's something about the fact that it was limited that made it impressive, more intimidating. And it's like it's scarier because it was simple. And I think that's the thrust of those kind of games. So, you know, I get it. I get it. I just have complaints. I'm a curmudgeon, I guess, is the best way to describe that. I have grievances. Whatever. We're not finding that spring ball. I have not found it. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe there is not, in fact. I thought there was. I suppose I must be wrong. Although we have one more floor to check. So the third floor. Hill. I know I keep referring to this like sprite or this spreadsheet you can't see. Where is that? I mean, if nothing else, you play this game with music. Music is excellent. It's Yoko Shimomura soundtracks. All good. The hallway of cartilage. Yep. If you were building a building out of bones, do you think cartilage would be like the mortar or like wood? What would you do with cartilage, you know? Is it like a luxury material in the building? No. It's the vertebral room. And nothing. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it here. Let's go and see what spirits show up. Oh shoot, no. I wanna do that? No. I gotta save that for the channel. That is a it's a secret battle that I didn't think we actually accessed yet. I'm a little surprised about that. There's like a it is a secret battle that you can only do after you finish the events of Bone Fortress, but before you finish the events of the Dragon's Voyage. And I thought that you had to do it during a very specific point of the Dragon's storyline, but I'm sorry. Now I don't know. Now I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna somewhere else. I guess I could make. We'll grind a couple of fights with the guy in the Ulcan Mines, because he's easy to get to. But you basically just take the not bugbear. What are they called? Dudbear. You take the Dudbear Express, and then you just exit. He's right there, so it's pretty easy to get to. Dudbear Express. Go! I love Dudbears. They're so cute. So cute. See you later. We got 2 specters here. There they are. Hello, specters. Actually, they're only level. We're not gonna get anything good from these guys. We're not gonna get anything good from these guys. They're too low level. Grave Dirt's good. If you didn't know, Grave Dirt's an easy way to make money in this game. It's a resource that you just kind of get pretty frequently from undead creatures. And if you temper it into a weapon, it raises the sale price of that weapon by like 1,500 or something? Some value. It's useful though. Not as good as Clear Wings though. That was something that I learned from the internet. Is that you can make money very easily if you get a wind cap, which is an item dropped by spiny tones, and then temper Juggernaut. Juggernaut? Juggernaut. It's Juggernaut. What is that? Oh, no, that's not what I'm looking for. That's like the lowest level thing that he gives. Juggernaut. Yeah, it's an ivory flail. That's pretty weak. Real. Yeah, if you temper 3 clear feathers into a wind cap, it sells for like a stupid amount of money. Really, really a very easy way to make money. Which is great, because if you're going to be tempering, you need a lot of glow crystals. Especially if you're going to be tempering like up to level 6 of things. Alright, we'll do 5 of these, and then I'll leave. Ooh. How y'all doing today? Are you having a good Thursday? Like Thursday was a little bit weird. I had to wake up. I would say it's early. It's only early for me, really. I had to wake up earlier than I would normally like to because I actually had a meeting that I had to go to at work today, so I actually had to like get, ready for work and go into work. Not usually very fun. And it was very frustrating because like the guy who we were supposed to meet that was 3, right? The guy we're supposed to be meeting is he's like an expert on something that we're working on for one of our projects. and he's got a very busy schedule, so we don't get to see him very often. And so we were like, okay, well, we got him here from like 10 to 12. We're gonna go over all these things. It's gonna be great. We're gonna learn a ton of things. Oh, Geiger's flail. That sounds good. What is that? Geiger's flail. It's a Maya lead flail. Maya lead is actually a very hard to come by material. It's not good. It's just a flail. It's just a Maya lead flail. There's nothing. No. My bad. Menus. Alright. Status. I don't like that it reduces your spirit by so much. That suggests to me that maybe there's a hidden something in there. We could play around with this though, I guess. Let me check to see what do I know about my life? They used to have information about how well like various materials will take certain elements. Like, for example, most of the wooden. We'll go ahead and leave. Most of the wooden materials will accept dryad elements much easier. By accept, I mean like if you use dryad on it, it will like boost up to higher levels more quickly in terms of like the number on the weapon. And likewise, I think they don't do well with fire, maybe something like that. For the most part, the metal materials are like flat across the board. They have like a flat tolerance to everything. And I want to say Maya lead is interesting because it is very intolerant of most things. Like I think most of the elements are like completely rejected by lead. So not usually a very good material to make stuff out of, but it's also very hard to come by material. You find too much lead in the game. Actually, I don't know where you get it, to be honest. I don't know what is a good source of lead. I wish there was another game I could do by. I mean, there probably is, but I don't know what it is, so. But I really did enjoy this game so much. Very different. Very different from even its own series. A lot of fun to play if you give it the time it deserves. You know? Recently, I've been, unfortunately, I'm having fun with Genshin Impact again. And that is definitely a game that demands time. It is a game that, if you're going to play it, you're probably going to have to spend a while on it. And that's not for everybody. It's honestly not for me. I kind of hate how much time it takes up, but I do enjoy myself when I'm playing it. It's very much a like turn your brain off kind of game. But you know, if you have the time, it's a pretty quality game that again is technically free. It's technically free. Alright, let's head back. Drop off my animal. Alright, so we need to get... in order to get the Mother of God, Shade, Gnome, and Undying. I think Gnome and Undying can save each other. We'll check. That would be one thing that I think they could have improved for the remake of this, is giving you some more palettes for either your animals or especially for yourself. Technically, the protagonist actually has two color palettes. One for the active player, and then when you do like two-player mode and you take a friend, that friend will actually take the color scheme of the two-player variant. Honestly, it's pretty nice. I sort of wish you could just choose to be the two-player variant color, but You cannot. Alright, here we are. Let's see. What do I have? Alright, shade, no. Got some shade silver, unfortunately. No, and ungotten. Oh, maybe no, don't consume each other. That would be nice. You don't know what I mean by consume each other. I will explain. Give me a moment. So, whenever you have a piece of equipment, it has the potential to have certain values in the 8 essences. These right here. The essences have a relationship to each other called consumption. That's what I describe it. I believe it works like this. So let's say you tempered a wisp coin into the game, into the weapon. You might get a certain number of wisp points. Then, let's say you tempered in some shade. You would get, instead of the shade improving, the energy for the shade coin would actually go into the wisp coin. The wisp would basically consume the shade. There's a relationship like that between these two. The relationship between these two, and then I think it's this. I think this eats this, eats this, eats this, is the way it works. And there is a card that will actually reverse that, so that this eats this, eats this, eats this. But you just kind of have to be careful with what you put together. Unfortunately, it looks like Shade, Gnome, and Undine are all independent of each other, so we might be clear here. Let's start off with some glow crystals, though. Yay, tempering! Yay, tempering! Everyone's favorite! Tempering! Hooray! I like tempering. I think it's fun. If you don't know the glow crystals will create these things, nymphs of dawn, aka nods. Nods are very useful in that whenever a nod leaves a weapon, whenever you put in enough things that the card is pushed off of the weapon, as it's leaving, it will actually add energy to every element available. I'm getting a little technical here, so sorry about that. Hopefully it's is that 2 or 3? I think that was the 3rd one, so let's start adding this stuff. So whenever you put in a coin, it adds 2 things. It adds a small amount of energy and a how would you describe it? I've heard it called a taint point. I know that the word taint has certain other connotations, so I was trying to avoid it, but it is the best way to describe it. The weapon becomes tainted by that element. So when you use a silver, I think silvers give you 2, golds give you 3 taint points, and I'll just call it TP. 3 TP. If you don't have enough if you have enough energy and enough TP, you can raise the number of your element. If you don't have enough energy, though, the TP stays, but it doesn't actually change anything. So the nods, when they leave, they don't give you a TP, but they do give you a lot of energy. So if there's any TP just sitting around not being used, it will kind of flush into that and improve it. So they're very helpful for trying to raise elements quickly. There goes my nod. There goes my gnome. No, that should be greater than 1. There is indeed. So let's go and take a look at it. That's another thing they could have improved for the remake, is some way to look at the status of your weapons from within the forge, so you don't have to leave every time. I always hated having to like leave to go look at it. Okay. So now we should be able to do, what is it, Partner? Partner. Okay. Gonna hammer some Partner. And if we get Mother of Gods, we will get the 3 abilities for the Gaius Mail. Yay. Sure, I have some that stuff goes like this. Yep, there it is. It's one of the most common things you can grow using blue seeds. Alright. Oh wait, no, it's still gonna hasn't shown up yet. So let's do thing. Heart. Now, on the subject of taking the subject of like weapon tolerances, when I mentioned that I had like a document that had the oh, there she is, lovely lady. What did she give? Magic, spirit, and charm. Okay. I'll just go ahead and get a full complement of them, I guess. Yeah, so I used to have a list that would show all of the tolerances for materials, and the way they presented it was as a series of numbers. So like it would have like the listing of the name of the material, and then to the right of it was 8 columns, each of which had a value, and that value represented how much energy was used as a multiplier, or was used with the multiplier to, yeah, there we go. It's not very strong, though, I'm being honest. 95. I'm gonna make that one. We got some cool stuff, actually, here. Oh, let's go try it out. Yep. Let's go give it a whirl. Apparently I've never used one before. What was I saying? Yes, so each, take for example Dragon Scales. Dragon Scales is one of the best materials you can make things out of. Because, first of all, is Dragon Scale or Adamantine? One of those two. It has like flat 5 across the board, which is a very low value. That means that the amount of energy required to get from one level to the next is relatively low, regardless of what you're using. That's very helpful. Can I do anything in Northern Peaks? I don't really think I can do anything in Northern Peaks, but I'll go try. And so, it's very helpful to make stuff out of that. Maya Lead, on the other hand, if I remember correctly, has a flat value of 10 across the board. Who are you, sir? Oh, I know what this is. This is I could actually get this guy as a pet if I wanted to. Every once in a while, you'll find one of these denning humans wandering around, and you can actually get them as pets. I don't want to, but that's what that guy's doing. That's interesting. Cool. Usually, it's based on the mana levels of each area. Nice. Forgot to look at what my abilities actually do. Got dragon teeth. Nice. Nope. I'm bad at menus. Let's see. So, medium damage blunt raises defense. Medium damage blunt raises skill. That's awesome. So depending on which direction you do, you actually can like boost your stats. I like that. I like that a lot. That's pretty neat. that's the defense one. That's the power one. One of the only real, I guess, problems with the flail is that because it's like 2 nunchucks that you're using, like the combos take forever. Like you get locked into combos very easily with this thing. Fairly certain I cannot actually go any further once I get to the yes. I'm a non-persona, was it non-persona grata, something like that? Nobody here likes me, is basically what it is. Because I murdered their god. Yep, they're mad at me. See you later. I don't think, yeah, they don't let me climb the mountain either. They're like, how dare you, you killed a cravator. Away with you, god killer, away! These guys are so weird. Away with you, away! Alright, see you later. See you later, wind callers, you strange, strange creatures. Don't know what they're supposed to be. Are they birds? I guess. Real strange looking. Away with you, god killer. Miss. Dex up. Dex up is really good. It's like multiple dex boosts. The others, I think, are just a single boost, but yeah, Dex one is pretty good. Well, that actually didn't take that long for me to do. I kind of thought that was going to take me longer to get materials together to make stuff. I was already kind of expecting this to be a shorter stream, just because I'm kind of just goofing around, really. But I thought it would take longer than that. Maybe we should make something else. Perhaps we should make something else. Let's see. I did get that Orihauken knife. Let's see here. What's next for a knife? Quick blade, poison blade, sinister blade. We could make a poisonous thing here. The beast-headed god. Let's see what we need for a beast-headed god. It's unfortunately one of the evil gods, which are kind of a problem. Beast-headed god. Dryad greater than 4, aura equivalent of 0. That's pretty straightforward. Just pump a lot of Dryad in there. The big problem with the beast, with all the ones labeled evil gods, is that they will you can see they give you 1 good boost and everything else gets worse. So they're kind of a pain to deal with. I want to say that there's a way to deal with it though. All right, let's try and do that. Let's try to make the Orihauken. Wait, first of all, do I have Dryad? I'm gonna need Dryad if I don't have it. I got a lot of Dryad. Okay. Cool. Got it. I will also need more glow crystals. Do I have money? I have no money. Okay, well, never mind. We're gonna have to make money first. Because in order to get Dryad to 4, you at least need the energy that the nod gives you. So, the easiest place to get wind caps is here. What's the easiest place to get your wings, though? Wings. I think it's from Clear Feathers. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna need my boy. Let's go and get my Lockjaw first. Get Lockjaw. Make money. My toes are purple. That's not great. I think it's because I was sitting on them. Don't be purple, toes. That's not good. You need blood, toes. Oh my gosh, they're so purple. That's probably disgusting to hear about. It's like, oh, they're so purple. Okay, now they're changing colors. Good. Alright, so the first thing we need are clear feathers. Do I have clear feathers? Oh, let's see. Clear feathers. We got okay. So we've got some wind caps. Do I have clear feathers? Is the next question. I have clear feathers too. Okay, well, hang on. Maybe we don't need to go out and get stuff. So I just didn't know what. It's been so long since I've tempered in this game that I didn't know what I had and what I didn't. Nope, not a weapon. Back to alter armor. Take the wind cap. Put the clear feathers in it. Here we go. That's what we're looking for. The Lord of Flies. Beelzebub. Kind of funny too, because you can see that the equipment actually gets like worse when you put Beelzebub in there, but it sells for a lot more because that's a high-end card. Also, not one of the ones I've done yet. We will do 2. Oh, shoot, I don't want to leave. Go back in. I didn't mean to leave. I stopped to do the other one. It's a general question for people out there. Have you ever yourself, or have you ever been around, anyone who was like an armor smith or a blacksmith? I actually knew someone in undergraduate college who was like a casual armor smith. And he had like he was a, probably no surprise, he was a member of the art faculty, and he had like his own personal studio space, and he had like all these like cool tempering things, and I was like, oh, this is awesome. I never got to go do it myself, but I remember thinking, like, oh, this is so neat. So it seems like a very exhausting line of work, because you take a hammer and you hit things all day. You take a heavy hammer, you hit things. That's what you do, right? Like, you spend a lot of time just bashing a piece of metal with another piece of metal. It's got to be exhausting. But I don't know. I've never done it. Excuse me. Now we'll go sell something. Some glow crystals we will buy the glow crystals from Lumina. I kind of lost the tune a little bit there, but you know what I mean. You get me. You got me. Alright, here. That's right. I always really liked Lumina. It's such a cool place. Oh, Neclo's here. Talk to him. What's up, dude? We sell these. Yeah, they're there. Look at how expensive they are. Like, compared to the 4 that it is before you temper it, and then after it's just stupid valuable. Alright, cool. Now I need to buy glow crystal from you, sir. But and I tell you, like, back when I was younger and I didn't know about that wind cap thing, making a weapon was like a big deal. Like, you had to work for like a week just like grinding for things to find money, to get enough money to pay for the materials you needed, like the glow crystals and chaos crystals. It's very expensive if you want to do it right. Like, I'm kind of doing it sort of haphazard here, but if you really want to make a fancy dancy weapon, you gotta pay for it. Gotta put in that muns. Now, I don't actually know if silver will provide me with enough TP to do this, unfortunately. What do I need to actually make TP again? Poison thing. Okay. Makes sense. What we're trying to do is get it to give us poison blade, so I get it. Yeah, that's it. MoeChicken. Glow crystal. Put in three glow crystals to boost its power. It's a little strange to me that what's required to oh wow, it had a dramatic drop in power as soon as did you notice that? It went from 34 to 26. There must have been some kind of varnish on the end. There are a couple of materials that you can hammer into a weapon at like the very end of the process that are described online as varnishing, and the idea is that it's like a final coat that you put on the outside that boosts its stats just a little bit. But if you put anything else on top of them, it takes away the benefit entirely. Oh, speaking of cards and my unfortunate attentions to Genshin Impact recently. Genshin Impact, not too terribly long ago, came out with a card game you can play in-game. But I honestly think it's pretty fun. It has a dumb name. It's called Genius Invocation TCG, and they make a point of saying the entire stupid name every time they talk about it. But it's enjoyable. Like, I'm not like a big tabletop card game player very much. You know, I didn't play like Yu-Gi-Oh or Magic or Pokemon or any of that. It always looked too complicated for me. This isn't as complicated as all that. It's pretty understandable, and you know, because it's like a programmed game, it handles a lot of like the questions on its own. So, oh cool. Okay, so we got enough to do it. So now we gotta hammer in some poison bang. Poison. Poison bang. Yeah. Hopefully we'll get the beast type god. He's pretty cool looking. He looks very menacing looking. The other one is Sinister Blade, the Lord of Flies. Connectively both of them here. Gen greater than 4. Oh, really get the Lord of Flies in there too. Let's try the same shtick and try and get that Lord of Flies in there. That'd be cool. Dryad. There he is. Look how cool that is. I really like the beast-headed god illustration. It's like a man with a wolf head, and it looks very spooky. It's spookum. Spookum. Bang, 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 bang. Oh! I guess while I'm hammering things again, I'll go ahead and explain how Genius Invocation TCG works. So if you don't know, a big thing in Genshin Impact are these are the elements. They've got like 7 elements: fire, water, ice, earth, plant, lightning, and air. And this game plays on that too. And the way you start the game is you have like 3 character cards, and these are kind of like your attackers. Like these are your attack cards. And at the beginning of the round, you roll 8 dice, 8-sided die that have the 7 elements on their sides, and then 1 like omni element that's just whatever you want to use it for, uncolored, I guess. And as you might expect, performing actions requires dice, and you get like 5 cards to play with too. At the beginning of the game, at the beginning of a match, you get 5 cards. After each round finishes, you get 2 more cards, and you just try to like deplete your opponent's HP by using your dice and your playable characters, each of which start with 10 HP, and then whatever cards you have as well. It's really fun. I honestly really enjoy it. I'm not good at it yet. Like, I'm playing like easy, like scrub tier people so far. So like I tried playing once against someone who was listed as like, oh, this is actually a good player. Be careful with this one, and I lost pretty badly. But you know, it's cool. I like it. I think it's fun. Give it a try if you play Genshin Impact. This thing's actually getting pretty strong now. That's nice. Bye, Nod. Too late at night to go and get food, but I kind of think I might go and get food. Yeah, I already mentioned this is going to be a short stream, right? Local streamer leaves stream to go and get a snack. Okay, I'm a chicken principal. If I'm not feeling it, I'm leaving. Leave out of here, whatever. I don't care. Maybe I'll go back on the weekends or something to make up for the fact that I had well, no, I did 2 streams this week already. Yeah, that's right. I'm okay with this, kind of. All right, let's see if I got the plunge next one. Again, it actually turned out stronger than I was expecting. Let's see. 57. Yeah, you see how it has all these drops though? That's what's a little bit unfortunate here. Yeah, Poison Blade and Sinister Blade. What can I do to fix that though? What do you do with knives? Oh, okay, that's the problem. So, I'll show you again. I was talking earlier about varnishing. You can, hang on. Can you get rid of this? Yeah. You can see right here the bumpkin thing. If you put three clowns on a weapon, it will significantly increase the attack power of that weapon, but only if it's a bow, spear, or knife. Problem is, it also gives the ability Quick Blade, which means I will lose. I'll lose Poison Blade, so I don't want to do that. So we'll just keep it where it's at. Also, always a little bit sad now. I briefly see that someone has joined my stream. Like I see that, like it's like, oh, I got another viewer, and then like as I'm explaining whatever, they leave again. I'm just sort of like, oh, I guess I was boring. Oh. Well, c'est la vie. That's okay. I watch my own streams. That's how pathetic I am. I was gonna try this thing out, and then I'll call it for the evening and go get a snack. I'm a professional. Watch my streams, please. Okay, so I need to go somewhere where there are demi-humans, though. They're demi-humans. One of the abilities is supposed to be strong against demi-humans. I would like to see it work. Now, from what I understand, there are actually a series of, like, hidden plunge attacks. I don't know if they were, like, removed from the game hidden, or if they only show up under certain circumstances, but in my research, I have not found any evidence that you can actually put these additional abilities on weapons. I would love to know if there's an option for that, because a lot of them correspond to weapons that otherwise do not have plunge attacks. Like, take for example the gloves. The only special ability that exists for gloves that you can put on it is Hand of Midas. But according to the data I have acquired, there is actually I think 3 other abilities for that are coded to be for gloves, but you can't actually like put them on anything. So I don't know. Well, I haven't managed to poison anything yet. Poison Blade, the uppercut. Sinister Blade worked. Poison Blade hasn't worked yet. I'm not sure how well this song actually fits. Oh, there you go. That's another one. I could actually get him as a pet if I wanted to. It's Chito, I think is his name. I feel like this song doesn't really match this environment very well. It's not a bad song. It's one of my favorite songs in the game, but I don't know that it really fits jungle. Well, I don't want to leave yet. The exit's over there. I don't want to leave yet. Look around for some more fights. Look for trouble for a little bit. Kate's territory? Yeah. Alright, well. It's not poisoning anyone. That worked really well. The one that gets the strong against demi-humans one works really well. Well, it's fine. Not quite what I was hoping for. Like one of the most exciting plunge attacks in the game for me is the Ragnarok ability that comes from two-handed swords. If you get the Ragnarok ability on a two-handed sword, it will allow you to use the plunge attack Ragnarok, which every time you use it, it raises your power. And it's like a jumping overhead strike, and you hit the enemy and it goes power up, and it just makes you feel cool every time you do it. Like, oh my gosh, power up! And then there's also like Flame Tongue, which will like set enemies on fire. You know, the ones where you can actually see like the boost or like the exciting thing. Those are the ones that are fun. But if it's just sort of like, yeah, I guess it's stronger. That's not. Now I'm trying to decide what I want to go get first. I'm thinking what I might do is go to Arby's and get cheese stuff. I don't know if Arby's. I think it is. I don't know how long they're open, but this thing, by the way, is a Marlboro. In case you're curious, this weird clown plant. This is a Marlboro from Final Fantasy. That's a little strange, right? Doesn't really look very much like a Marlboro, but it's fine, I guess. This is the guy who's looking for this Tyrannus. Come here, man. You have fossil. I would love to get some fossil. It is a material, and it is a very rare material, and I think it's considered to be a wood, strangely, but I do want it. Monster egg. Ooh, a demon monster egg. We're gonna try and catch a demon. Hey, man. I'm gonna do it the easy way. Or the less resource-intensive way. If you don't know, if you're familiar with Legend of Mana and you know about the catching minigame, catching monsters minigame, the way that they recommend you do it in the game is that you place food down, and if the monster eats enough food, it will fall asleep, at which point you can catch it. However, if you just manage to stay out of its line of sight for a sufficient amount of time, it'll just it'll say ... and then you can catch it. So you can actually catch these guys without using any food at all. A little tip. A little minor tip if you're looking for an animal in this game. I'll be honest, the only pet I ever use is the Boulder Fox. Just because of like the increased rare drop thing. It's the only one I ever use. Yeah, here we go. Gotcha. Deliver whelpy whelp! What I was talking to. I was talking to somebody about Arby's the other day, and I feel like Arby's is sort of gets a really bad rep on the internet nowadays. You know, people like to hate on Arby's. I've liked Arby's for a long time, but at the same time, I only really ever eat one thing there. Like, I like basic roast beef sandwiches from Arby's. That's it. So it's like I can't really say much about the rest of their menu, but I like their roast beef sandwiches. Pretty straightforward, but that's what I go there for. And their cheese sticks. Although, admittedly, the only reason I'm going to Arby's for cheese sticks is because we don't have a Sonic nearby. Sonic makes my favorite cheese sticks. If we had a Sonic, that's where I'd be going. But we don't have it. Ooh, you know what else I would love to get right now? Some Checkers fries. Checkers or Rallies in the US. They make some good French fries. Definitely getting hungry now. Definitely going to change back out of my pajamas to go and get fast food. Hooray! I'm healthy. Then I'll come back and play Genshin Impact. Yes, living the dream. All right. Well, if I'm gonna be doing that, I gotta get rid of you guys. So let me get back to the same point first. Oh my goodness. Alright, how do I get out of here? I want to get back to home. Back to home. I don't know. Hello, blue moths. Blue moths. Burn, blue moths, burn! Yeah. Give me your resources. Whoa, oh my goodness. Got a bunch of things all at once. Got it. Oh, so this was something unusual that happened the other day. I got to see my first... This is gonna sound terrible. I got to see my first cam girl stream. I had it on for a grand total of like a minute, and then I was like, oh, okay, I get it now. I had never seen one before, and like the Twitch like recommended to. It's like, oh, what's this? And I clicked on it. It was just like bikini lady, and I'm like, oh, I've heard of this. See you later. You know, I was like, this really is all it is, huh? It's just looking at a woman. That's cool, I guess. I was just surprised. I was like, that's really all you do, huh? Just kind of look at a lady. Now I've seen it, I guess. Because I'd heard the term before. Pretty straightforward. Exactly what you expect. Alright, I'm trying to find my way out of here. What is this? What is this orange thing? It looks like a UFO squash. You know what I'm talking about? There's like that squash that kind of looks like a UFO. That's what that looks like. Hey, Chido. I didn't mean to come back here. Where am I going? Freaking lost now. Oh, Forks and Bears. No, wait, this isn't where I want to be. Come on, y'all. We just gotta get out of here so we can go get some cheese sticks. Important. Need those cheese sticks. Might also get a roast beef sandwich now. Might wind up fourth mealing it. It's not good for you. Not a good practice, but I kind of want it now. Once I start to think about food, I'm like, food, no. Hello, Zombers. What y'all doing here? Where's zombie? Oh wait, this is the way back to the this is the way back to the place where I found the demon egg. I want to. Ah, stop. I'm very pleased with the way the Auric Alchemy turned out. I mean, it helps that we had a good, solid material to work with. Auric Alchemy's a really good material. Where's the save point? Alright, let's go with this. Yeah, well, this is kind of a whatever stream, but I hope it was interesting. You know, I just kind of wanted to play Legend of Mana for a little bit. Make some weapons, fool around. You know, we're a little bit limited in terms of what I could do with Legend of Mana because I can't move forward unless it's, you know, recording it. So, eh. But I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you go out there and make your own poison dagger. Have fun. I'm MoeChicken. This has been Legend of Mana. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna go get us.